First and foremost, man, it's an honor to have you on, bro. This is Inside the Screen, episode one.
Oh man, all the pressure now.
Yeah, I know, right? The first time you actually seen like the doll on set, what was the feeling like? Was it like funny? Was it just a prop to you? Because I seen you say you wasn't scared of the doll or anything like that. But
Well, by the time we got to that, I had read the script a lot before I ever saw the doll. I knew what was coming. I knew sort of what to expect. Of course, I don't know how he's going to look until I see him.
yeah,
But no, I thought he was cool right from the start. People have asked me that my whole life. Was I scared? And I
yeah,
try to explain. It's like I was a 6-year-old boy with a toy that was cooler than yours, you know?
for
Nothing
real.
to be scared of. It's very different when you're there. The doll was not really trying to kill me. So,
Nah, facts for sure. You was such a great 6-year-old actor. You remembering all those lines and like, you just having great scenes. Like my two favorite scenes from like Child's Play was the "This is the end friend" line and put you in like some type of facility and then just got down and started crying. How did you do that though? Like,
everybody's favorite scene is watching the little boy cry.
yo,
Something's
that
wrong there, I think. That scene, well, first of all, to answer your first quote, "This is the end, friend." That was a really super fun line to deliver. It took a couple tries to get it exactly how Tom Holland, the director, wanted it, but I remember him being like incredibly excited when I nailed it. And I guess I can be proud of myself enough to say I nailed it. There's a bit of a separation between me and that little kid. First of all, Andy was very wrong. That was 1988. It was nowhere near the end.
no word. It was just the beginning.
It was just the beginning. That crying scene,
That was iconic.
well, thank you. And I hear about it a lot. I was a little anxious about doing it. I knew it was in the script. Andy breaks down and cries. It's a difficult thing for any actor. So reading that came with a bunch of anxiety, but my acting coach was really helpful. The director encouraged me, and we got through it. I'm glad it felt real.
Nah, because you nailed it, man. You definitely nailed it. All right. Leading on to like Child's Play 2 and stuff like that. How did it feel to be so young, have like a star role at like an early age like that? Especially an iconic movie like this too.
Well, it wasn't quite as iconic as it is 38 years later, but I knew it was a big deal. It was a sequel. I was number one billing, which means my name comes up first in the credits, which means, I'm the
It's
star
a
of the
big
film.
deal.
I'm the star of the film, and I'm in almost every scene of that film. And you sure it was challenging, but Chucky was already my friend. Some of the same people were there. New people that I met were incredibly kind and fun to be around. Mostly, like I hadn't met Don yet. So Don, Christine, John LaFia, everybody else, my acting coach, it felt comfortable right from the start. We also shot it in LA on the back lot of Universal Studios, which was just a thrill. So.
Yeah, well, I had that question on here too. I might as well jump into that real quick and then double back. Something about the Back to the Future set. I was like right beside it. Like, um,
Yeah.
were they filming or?
They were filming part three, I think. Two and three, they kind of filmed right after each other, kind of at the same time, I guess. And I had seen one and absolutely loved it. It was like my favorite film as a kid. So then when I went there to make part two, yeah, I was walking through the set of Back to the
Man,
Future. It was insane. I sat in the DeLorean. I saw, you know, the clock tower. And then after some arranging, I was able to have lunch with Michael J. Fox in his trailer.
oh, that's crazy.
Um, and yeah, it's all been downhill from there.
That's a good story. Where I want to double back one more time, real quick, back to Child's Play 1, real quick. Mom, Karen, right? That was her name, Karen?
That's the character's name, yeah.
Yeah. Will we ever in life again get to see y'all two share the screen? I thought it was coming on, I think it was The Curse, when like it was like the end scene when like they slowed the camera down, went to the picture first. I thought like for some reason I had made up
Well,
like a
you
whole.
you heard one end of a phone call, with her
Mm-hmm.
there. As far as will Catherine ever be involved in a Chucky thing again? Obviously, I can't entirely predict. I mean, she said she's retired from acting, so I think it's unlikely.
I didn't hear her
But
say that
who the
word.
hell knows, you know? You never know.
Yeah, I think just like she deserved like one little more cameo.
But it's not about deserve. I mean, and she'd have to want to do it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying for
So
like the franchise though, because like
the
I,
story would, yeah, the story would only
it'll be
benefit
some.
from that. I love Catherine. We got
Yeah, yeah.
very close when I was young. And we stayed close. You know, an opportunity to work with
That's,
her. You know,
that's
you're
dope.
asking the guy who would love that. So
Yeah, nah, that's dope, man.
you're not up to
Yeah,
me though.
yeah, I would love to see that too. I know for part three, he wasn't in it, but just say if like I'm Don, he gave you the pitch for it, just like what would
No,
you pitch for it to be a Child's Play 3 if like you
no,
was in it?
he definitely didn't. I think by the time they came to a storyline, it was clear that they wanted Andy to be older.
I'm asking what would of your pitch been like? What would have been a part three with like Andy in it? How would you seen it going?
I spent no time thinking about that.
Okay.
I don't even though I consider myself a bit of a writer and certainly a creative person, I spend no time writing Chucky stuff that's not real.
That's not real.
Other than like a little like writing exercise that I did once for fun. But no, I Don does everything perfect
Yeah, yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. I would never even spend time thinking about it. Not to mention that's especially now that, you know, I never know if I'm going to return as Andy again. I don't really fill in the blanks until there's new material. Because, you know, why get myself confused with the plot
Mm,
lines that don't exist?
yeah.
You know.
Nah, where I had a question. It's about Brother Chucky. There's a scene where like, it's like a horror room. They have like the Michael Myers mask. They have like all different kinds of horror stuff in it. Was there like a meaning to that, or do you know why that was in that movie?
No, I was in high school smoking pot. I didn't know the first fucking thing about what they were doing.
No, where that probably leads to like this question I was gonna ask also, but it's probably I'm gonna still shoot for it. Have you ever heard of like a crossover between any franchises with Last Play?
I mean, I've heard fans suggest such
Yeah,
things.
yeah, but like
You
nothing
know,
like
Don's been asked questions about it, but no, nothing's ever really built momentum to do anything like that, as far as I know. I don't expect that we will ever do anything like that. But again, I don't know.
who would have been a good choice for you though if like you
Freddie,
look for
clearly Freddie.
Hey,
Freddie would have been my favorite. I remember hearing once someone saying something about when Chucky dreams, he dreams of Freddie.
that's
Um, or when Freddie, I'm sorry, when Freddie dreams, he dreams of Chucky. When Chucky dreams, he dreams of Andy, evidently.
nah for real.
Uh, but yeah, Freddie would have been a lot of fun. But no, I don't see that happening. I don't see any crossover happening. But you never know.
Yeah, nah, that'd be dope. You and Kyle, um, y'all came back to the Chucky series, man. Y'all turned it up. How does it feel to like finally get your revenge, man? Like
Well,
I know you've been waiting. I know Andy
yeah,
been waiting for this his whole life.
I got a taste of revenge in Curse of Chucky, and then Cult, we expanded a little bit on maybe the psychological damage that Andy's endured over his lifetime. Um, Profound loss and fear and uncertainty obviously dominates everything about him. So it was fun to play on that in Cult. And then, you know, in the TV series, every time Andy gets one up on Chucky, Chucky seems to fight back. The last we heard of Andy, he was walking away, um, kind of happy that it's all behind him. I don't know how long in his life he will continue to believe that.
That van scene where you killed like multiple Chuckies, man. That joint,
Yeah, I took out a good 30 in one
nah,
shot,
nah, yeah, that was
which
definitely
has
dope.
certainly cemented my claim to the fact that I've killed more Chucky dolls than I've killed Chucky more times than anyone in the world. So
And Andy definitely deserved that though, man. And also that scene where like you shot him in the mouth at the end, that joint was so real too.
Yeah,
Like the way like a
effects
chunk
of that
just
were
blew
great.
off.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was awesome for real. And so, what's like the big difference and like how does it feel to like work with like the new era and basically been through like, every era of the Chucky? So what's the differences?
I mean, it's very similar. The character is still the same to me. Andy still feels the same. Some of our Chucky family has been there throughout. But working with all new people, especially the kids and Devin, it was really fun. Making the TV series is not that much unlike making a film. We kind
Okay.
of shoot it like a film. It's just more people involved. It's a bigger production. It takes longer. But yeah, I mean, over that 3 years, in a sense, we kind of got like 12 Chucky films in 3 years. It's pretty great.
And that series was like awesome. Like I was looking forward to every week right before work because I work night shift, so I'll catch it right before I go in every week. That
Well,
joint.
so was I. I got a few sneak previews along the way. But for the most part, I was watching things with you guys. I know what happened
Uh,
to the script. I know the story. I was there for some of it. But you never know how it's going to look. You never know how it's going to come together. Some of the graphic designs and editing and like the title screens and like there's just so many things that I couldn't predict and that I never knew. So that was really truly thrilling to watch it week to week with fans. I know so many people like to binge things these days.
yeah,
I actually prefer the week to week. Gives you time to process and look forward to it. And
and
that's
it,
how I watched all my favorite shows growing up. So I still
them
appreciate.
cliffhanger ain't. I mean, them cliffhanger endings always get you though too. So that should
Well, I
make
mean,
you
if you
want
think about it, we've kind of cliffhangered every single time. So
that joint keep you
that's
like
not all
coming
strange
every
for
week
us.
though. That
Yeah.
will keep you coming every week. Like dang, like
It was so
nah,
brilliantly done. Honestly, I think top to bottom, cast, crew, and show run brilliantly by Don. We couldn't be more proud of that series.
not. And for like you came back to like curse and stuff like that. For like you taking like long time off, I think like you never lost a step for real. You still like after taking so much time off, you still came back and like you nailed it. Like if you never left for real. I
Well,
just want to
thank
give
you.
you kudos. You know what I mean?
It's a kind thing to say. I certainly appreciate that.
Why don't you think like none of these franchises, let's say for example, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Leprechaun, Hellraiser, like the list goes on from the 80s and 90s. Why like now no franchise could like really stick and hit the way y'all did like 25 plus years later it's
Yeah.
still going. And don't get me wrong, because I'm a big horror fan. I love like movies like Wrong Turn, everything down the line, but it just feels like none of them like actually hit the way like the 80s and 90s did.
Yeah. Well, we're not in the 80s and 90s anymore. I mean, you have to evolve with the times.
Yeah.
I think the reason why Chucky is still loved by so many people and why something like the TV series was possible. Is I hate to repeat myself, but it's all due to Don. I mean, he's kept this story consistent. Like, someone like me, I mean, this thing means a lot to me. Jennifer, it means a lot to her. Christine, Fiona, everyone who was involved. But yeah, the longer time you spend with it, the more connected you are to it and the more you want it to be great. So we're all like willing to give up everything we can to make it awesome.
I was always wondering that, like, I will always ask people that question. Is just like, how come like we can't get like another like a Friday or like
Well,
and like I'm not.
there's gonna be a TV series. They're shooting it right now.
I mean, like a franchise. Like, why can't we get like franchises now that's gonna stick? The way like Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
Child's Play, like that stuck with me forever. Like I would still go back right now and watch a Child's Play, Freddy Krueger, Jason. But like, there's some movies out now that I was like nah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a thousand ways to answer that question, but I all I could say is, the amount of content has increased so immensely
Yeah,
now. Back when Chucky came out in the 80s, I mean, there were plenty of horror movies, but nowhere near as many as there are now. Not
nah,
even
yeah.
close. So maybe the connection was just stronger. And now it's a generational thing, so parents get their kids hyped on these characters,
Nah, yeah,
and then
nah,
they
that's a
grow up
fact.
and it means something to them now. And it's kind of a bonding thing between horror parents and kids. I see it all the time at conventions. Yeah, there's some deeper connection with this genre than maybe any other. And yeah, there's tons of ways to explain it, and some of it might just be unexplainable.
Now my daughter's 6 years old and she loves Tiffany, so I
Yeah.
understand. Like she plays Dead by Daylight and Tiffany's a character on there, her and
Yeah.
Chucky. So
I wish I was.
nah, yeah, that would be fire.
Why wasn't I the survivor?
The word. Walk me through the scene where like, yo, I thought Chucky had you, man. I was like, not like this. He had you on the bed. He started stabbing you. I said, man, Andy cannot go out like this. But it ended up being a dream. Kind of walk me through that
Just
stuff.
I just worked one day on set for that, some preparation to build like a fake head of me a couple weeks before, but I was out in Toronto and I basically shot it for one very long day. I really was tied to that bed. There really was blood
That's good.
everywhere. I really was getting sort of stabbed by the puppeteers, not sharply, but I did have bruises all over my chest, so I felt it. People have asked me all the time, if I'm afraid of any of this, and of course I'm not afraid, but that was a pretty real feeling. It's
Nah,
pretty
that was.
real indeed.
I thought he had my boy Andy. I'm like, damn, that's
Well,
crazy.
good. I'm always glad to be part of a fake out.
Not word. Is there any like behind the scenes story from like back then to now that like you never told or like something that like happened that like you never mentioned on an interview
I
before?
don't know about never. I've done so many interviews, but I could tell you one that maybe I haven't told many times. You know that scene where Andy smokes a cigarette?
Yeah,
He takes a hit of Kyle's
I'm
cigarette.
sure that. Yeah.
So that wasn't a real cigarette. It was some sort of like herbal fake film
Yeah.
cigarette.
Yeah.
And I guess we practiced that in some hotel room, like a conference room at a hotel. And back then you really could smoke cigarettes in a lot of places, but I guess this smelled like weed because I think the cops came. They thought we were all smoking weed in there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
funny.
that's crazy. Well, so what's up next for Alex Vincent? You got the music going on, the Electric Poet.
Yeah, so I mean, I've recorded, produced music for many, many, many years. I've owned a recording studio in Clearwater, Florida, for the past 12 years, where I've produced and recorded several hundred local artists. But I've always made some of my own music. Like the Electric Poet is not new for me. I've been going by that name by like 25 years, but it was
Okay.
on my SoundCloud. When I was younger, I was really into dance music and I would go to raves a lot. And I owned a pair of Technique 1200s myself and I was getting good at it, but I never actually performed live. And then life got busy and got in the way. And but it was always something that I wanted to do. So I did a couple conventions where I got to spin at the after party and it was incredibly fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I just performed in Houston at Houston Horror Film Festival. And yeah, the place was packed. Everybody was way into it. I was enjoying myself. And so it's fun. It's a way to maybe show another side of me that's been with me forever, but not in a performance capacity on stage. So I was excited to do it, and yeah, I'm gonna continue to. I'm DJing another convention, Frightmare at the Falls in October, Frightmare in the Falls. And yeah, a few others are gonna be coming down the line too. I really enjoy it. It's fun.
Nah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're doing stuff that you love, man, because
I
that's all
just put
real.
out a record too. It's called Learning to Fly under the Electric Poet. It's like tech house music. It's a continuous kind of journey of electronic music, and that is available everywhere, Spotify, Apple Music. There is a visual representation for it that I put on YouTube. So if you just search The Electric Poet Learning to Fly, or if you're already following my YouTube pages, you'll find it. I
All
used
right.
to do a podcast called The Final Note. So I think if you search Alex Vincent, The Final Note, it'll bring up the whole page. Or just go to my Instagram and go to my link in my bio and click it there. Basically, everything that I do, I run through that link tree in Instagram. You can tell people day and night to click the link in the bio. Sometimes
Mhm.
they don't, but all the information's there.
It must be like a dope feeling to like still after all this time to like go out to like these conventions and like people like travel across the world for your autograph, for pictures and stuff like that. How does that make you feel knowing that like, there's people all
It,
over the
it,
world?
yeah, it's incredible that people appreciate it. To feel appreciated is a great feeling.
You a legend, bro, for real.
It doesn't come with some challenges. I like right now I'm in 14 different cities in 14 weeks in a row. The travel is a little exhausting at 44, but no, I'm so blessed to have an opportunity to engage directly with fans and hear their stories of how Chucky and Andy were impactful in their childhood and their present. The TV series really made it fun to talk about new things as they were happening. But no, it's it's the honor of my life that I get to do this and meet fans and make people happy. It's can't think of anything better.
I'm glad to hear that, man. And I'm glad you're able to like do that too. This is dope. Is
Thank
there anything coming up from like Chucky that like we could expect? Like any movies? Is there
you.
like
I haven't a clue.
you have no clue where I have like a little trivia for you too.
All right, let's see.
All right, let's go. We're gonna start with this or that. I'm Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees.
Freddy Krueger,
Michael Myers or Leatherface.
Michael Myers.
Pennywise or Ghostface.
For me, Ghostface, but I appreciate both.
Annabelle or Megan.
Don't know.
I'm not good.
Yeah, not my doll.
Jeepers Creepers or Candyman.
Candyman, definitely.
All right, I'm Survive One Night on Elm Street or Camp Crystal Lake.
I don't want to go to either.
That's a good answer, man.
I'd rather be in Florida, and I don't always love it here either.
All right, I'm stuck in a haunted house. The Conjuring or Insidious.
Never seen either.
Okay. Escape One, the Saw bathroom or the chainsaw slaughterhouse.
I mean, Saw is terrifying to me, so I don't want to go there.
All right, that was the last one. You have one final scene to kill Chucky off. How would it be killing Chucky? One last scene. How would it be?
I don't want to kill him anytime soon, actually. I'm enjoying the ride.
50 years from now, what do you
I'll be
want?
dead.
All right, he's always good. What do you want the legacy for Alex Vincent to be for the whole horror films, like horror franchises?
I don't know. I don't really think about legacies too much. If it continues to make people happy long after I'm gone, that's excellent.
Man, you legendary,
But if it
man.
doesn't, I won't be here, so I don't really give a shit.
Nah, but
I'm
like I want
kidding.
to tell you too, man. You gotta like for real, like for me though, you gotta embrace that because like you really a legend, man. Like
I appreciate that.
for real, like
It was a great opportunity in my life, and I'm glad that it continues to impact people.
yeah, like you definitely impacted people. Like I wanted to tell you like a quick little story. Back when I was little, it's crazy that like I'm actually doing this interview now because back when I was little, my dad he like scared me with the doll and stuff like that. Before like I used to be petrified of like Chucky, so I was petrified all the way to like 12, I think. And like this one time, I guess like, I was like being bad in school and stuff, and then my mom called my dad and she was like, "Look, I don't know what to do anymore. You got to come get him. I'm about to tell you what my punishment was." I got to my dad's house. He was like, go upstairs, go to the room." So that I went up there. He had like a surround sound in like my room over there. So then right when I walked in, it was like the Umbrella Chucky menu on the TV, and like he knew how like scared I was. So
Yeah.
then he like put the volume all the way up, closed the door. He said, "Do not open that door for nothing." And like, I
Oh
mean, I
man.
wasn't gonna open the
I'll
door.
tell you, so many people that were traumatized when they were kids end up being the biggest Chucky fans. So
Biggest,
there's
yeah, 'cause
something to it, I think.
yeah, 'cause that's how it is now. Rest in peace to my dad. if like he was alive right now, like he would have been excited. 'Cause I was scared and like he'll always tell me, just watch it, just watch. Like no, I'll be too scared to. So, but I mean, like this is dope how like it all turned back and like years later, I'm actually interviewing Alex Vincent from
Well,
Child's
I
Play.
appreciate that very much, man. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Nah, you no problem. I appreciate you for the episode one for Inside the Screens. It was an honor and a privilege to have you on, man. I appreciate you again, bro.
Well, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you greatly.
All right, man. You take
Enjoy,
care.
man. Stay in touch.